Lawrence, I know you probably heard this question a lot, but what is the most memorable thing of your career, for better or worse?
Wow. There's a lot of things that happened in my career. So what's the most memorable? I couldn't really tell you. I think I guess three of my kids were born on football Sunday, so that was.
And you weren't there, right?
I weren't there. No, I know, except for one. Tanisha, I was there for, so that was memorable. Yeah.
Let me ask you, as a lot of Giant fans remember the '86 season, what do you take from that season?
Wow, it's been a long time ago. '86 was a good year for the Giants. It was one of those years that, after the Minnesota game, no other team played with us in the league. I mean, it was just like it was like men playing with boys. We had everything clicking that year, and we're just a strong team, and that was probably one of my better years of playing the game. Was the MVP that year, so it was exciting that year.
Everyone says you redefined your position. Did you think of that going in each game? So I know you're just going in to win the game. Like, did you realize what you were doing as you were doing it?
Well, I don't go into a game looking at that. I want to play the game. The things that I was able to do. There was talents that was given to me by the man upstairs, and I think with my talent and with Bill Parcells' understanding which he allowed me to do a lot of things that weren't really scripted. That really played a big part.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but do you think you're the best defensive player to ever play?
It's hard to even say that. I'm up there.
You're way up there.
Yeah, it's so many. It's different eras, different type of players. Some of the things I can do, there are other players that can't do what I do, and there's some things that I can't do what other players can do. So, you can never put a label on who's the best. It's just it's a group of us that play the game very well.
Actually, bring me to my next group of questions. Do you watch football now?
Not that much.
Really?
No. I'm really into golf now. So
you watch Tiger Woods more than you do Brett Favre, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not a big student of the game anymore. I understand the game for its X's and O's, but I'm not one of those guys that rush home to watch the game on Sunday.
So there's no one now you would be like, hey, he reminds me a little bit of what I did, or I really like that guy. Is there anyone?
Well, there's some players out there that I like. Of course, I always like Ray Lewis as a linebacker. I like the guy from the Steelers. Trying to think of his name right now, and just drew a blank. The linebacker from the Steelers.